Artist Thu Ho. Welcome back to NAMM 2016. We are EnterTalk Radio, powered here by WS Radio Networks, and our event today is supported by PitBull Audio. We're here at Vigier, and we're here with Freddy Hernandez, a professional bass player, as well as DJ, who is a representative for Vigier. Let's start with Freddy Hernandez. Tell me a little bit about this company and how you play the bass.
Well, I mean, I play the bass, but also I actually kind of grew up around Vigier a little bit because John Avila, the bassist with Oingo Boingo, I grew up around him, and it was the first time I played a Vigier bass, and I remember growing up always just being like, wow, there's so amazing. Like, that was like the bass sound that was imprinted in my brain growing up. And so it was really amazing. Like, years later, as I started to play the bass, I started to get better and started to play also with my dad with the Oingo Boingo Dance Party and like the music itself. I was actually unrelated to John. I got connected to Vigier, and I just sort of went back and forth with them and told them what I was doing with the Boingo Dance Party and everything. And you know, I was fortunate enough to, you know, be granted access to.
Yeah. So you were telling me a little earlier, Freddie, that one of the things you really love is its versatility. Tell me a little bit about that. What type of music can you play with it?
Everything. I use it on everything from jazz gigs to I use it during orchestra concerts where they need both an electric and upright. I've used it with John Williams on stage. I've used it with the Danny Elfman concerts that we've done with American Youth Symphony and other orchestras. So it's been on almost every kind of music genre or stage you can imagine, and I can get, you know, Rickenbacker tone out of it. I can get a Ernie Ball tone out of it. I can make it sound like a P bass or other bass. I just love that I can, you know, get it to do exactly what I want, like, and it does it really well. And I'm just so stoked that I can just, you know, have sort of like a master of all trades in one instrument.
Yeah, you were telling me yours is that model right there?
5-string model of the Passion bass over there.
Very cool. And we have also DJ here for Vigier. And tell us a little bit more about your products.
Well, we do some really unique things. Obviously, we have awesome artists like Freddy and John Avila and Pascal Mulot from France just walking by. And Roger Glover's been playing our basses from Deep Purple since 1986. So, you know, they cover a really broad spectrum. And we do it pretty simply. All the basses are either, it's nice to talk about basses because I'm a bass player, and usually I get stuck talking about guitars, so this is good. We have proprietary pickups in our Passion and Arpeggi series, which is what Freddy's playing, and we use Benedetti pickups in our XS series, along with other proprietary pickups in our XS5 series. But the bottom line is we make players' instruments, so they're expensive. I should say they're not cheap, but they're made to last a lifetime. There's no truss rod, for instance, in our guitars or our basses. Everything's carbon fiber reinforced, so you never have to get it set up. Neck never moves, never twists, never warps. Heat, humidity, cold. I just put out a video with geargods.net that shows I take the neck off of that guitar over there, put it in a freezer, put it back on, play it, bring it into the sauna, put it back on, play it. Ran it over with a truck. I dragged it behind the truck. They're completely indestructible. We use all proprietary hardware, manufactured by Schaller, who makes the best hardware, but they make it specifically for us, so it's just completely headache-free experience. And the whole philosophy is that, you know, we make instruments for musicians to make music. We don't want them worrying about their instruments. We don't want them to even think about it. It's just you know, that's their voice.
Yeah. So DJ, for our listeners out there who are ready to invest in a high-quality bass,
Sure.
What would this price range be?
Well, the guitars start at $24.99 at retail, and the basses start about $27.99. And obviously, if you want to spend more than that, I can find a way. You know.
To make it more custom.
Yeah, exactly. Sure. The basses tend to be a little bit more expensive. They're a little bit harder for us to make. The bodies on the Arpeggi and Passion, for instance, are maple, alder, maple. So it's like a laminated body, which is, you know, harder to do than some of the less expensive guitars. But the cool thing is, whether you spend $2,500 or $6,000, all of our wood is sourced from the same place. We air dry it for 3 years when we get it in. Then what we do is we cut it into slabs. We air dry for 3 years. Then we glue the bodies together, we glue the necks together, then we let the glue dry for a year. Then when an order comes in, we just pick the necks and bodies off a rack, and in 4 months you get a guitar that actually took 5 years to build. So
wow.
It's kind of a cool process, and it's unique to what we do.
All right, and for those gear geeks out there, I'd love to know, Freddy, how have you made yours custom? What tweaks have you made on yours?
Other than trying different string gauges, the most custom thing for me is just like, I can just, with a flip of a few knobs, just completely polarize a tone to like the opposite of what it was. So
once again, it's the versatility.
Yeah, it's just versatility. I mean, I haven't. Well, cause I'm someone, I know some guys, when they get an instrument, they want to make it their own. Sometimes they put like a sticker on it or something. But me, I love just having an instrument as it is, and then you just like keeping it nice. I clean it a lot. I make sure everything's nice, and then whatever develops on it, that becomes the history of the instrument. So it's like it has to earn its like wear and tears. But although I'm like not the person that wears and tears on it, but no, and I can't describe words.
Well, thank you so much, Freddy Hernandez. Thank you, DJ. We're here at Vigier, and we had a really awesome interview. Learned a lot about their instruments, and you're listening to EnterTalk Radio. Thank you very much.